Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Here are composite examples that describe common situations that my career counseling clients face. First, I want to talk about clients who have difficult to achieve goals. Maybe it's because I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, but I have an inordinate number of very idealistic clients, especially among my teenage clients. And here's a composite example of a college student. It's cool to have my whole life ahead of me. My parents are pushing me to be practical, like major in business or nursing, but I have plenty of time to be practical. I want to major in social justice or something like that. Then I want to work for a nonprofit, maybe start one, to fight for equality. I'd rather be a poor social justice warrior with a pile of student debt and come back and live with my parents rather than sell out to the man. Well, here's how I'd respond. A bunch of questions. Many people are happy working for a nonprofit, but other people, especially if they're paid typical nonprofit wages or have to work as a volunteer, aren't as happy. Apart from the money, while some nonprofit workers remain invigorated, even if working long hours for the cause, other people may be frustrated by the slow, sometimes invisible progress in solving societal ills. Have you talked with or watched in action one or more nonprofit workers whose cause you believe in to get a sense of what that's like? Do you feel you have enough information to make the decision to work in the nonprofit sector rather than for the government or the for-profit sector? Many government agencies and even for-profit companies at least profess to embrace, quote, social justice values. What does the wise one within you think? If you choose to go the nonprofit route, do you want to set a tentative point when you'll reassess? For example, some people decide to give it a year or two and then take a good look at whether that's still your best option. Other people prefer to reassess ongoing. In most cases, unless you're married or at least 24 years old, your parents are liable for paying your student debt. They're urging you to major in something they deem practical and more likely to be remunerative than, quote, social justice. How confident are you that your parents would pay off your student loans? You do know that student loans are among the few loans that can't be discharged in bankruptcy. You sound confident that your parents would be okay with you coming back to live with them after college. If you haven't discussed that with them already, is this a good time to do that? The next category of common clients that I face are those who are craving work-life balance. Many people in their 30s and 40s are overwhelmed by having to juggle work, family, and sometimes dealing with a parent in decline. Well, here's a composite example. The norm at my employer is a 50-plus hour work week, but a lot of the employees don't have a spouse and kids. I do, and it's exhausting. And my father was forced to retire, isn't doing so well, and the future bodes worse. It's overwhelming. I would ask these questions. Are any of the following worth considering? Deciding that even though your workplace norm is 50-plus hours a week, you're going to work less. Especially if you decide to work fewer hours, do you think you're working as productively as you want or need to? For example, some people claim to work an 8-hour day, but a UK study found that the average, quote, full-time office worker actually works only 2 hours and 53 minutes a day. In the hours you are working, are you as efficient as you want to be? If you're not sure, might you want to ask an efficient coworker for tips, if only on a specific frequent task that you do? You might even ask if that person could spend a half hour watching you, or you watching that person. Should you get more help with childcare, house cleaning, and or perhaps care for your dad? Should you be looking for a less demanding, more family-friendly job? And finally, a very common category of clients that come to me are people who are in midlife but feel over the hill. Many people did everything society told them was key to success. Graduated from a so-called good college, work long and hard, putting brand name employers on their resume, and then in midlife, their career is already going downhill. Well, here's a composite example. I worked hard to get into a brand name college. I majored in something practical, business. I got a good job in marketing straight out of college. Have brand name employers on my resume, including promotions. But after 40, I stalled. And now, after getting laid off, it took me 6 months to find a job. And it was at a small second-tier firm. And I had to take a pay cut. I don't like the trend. I need to turn things around. Well, here are some questions I might ask. Should you be updating your skills, whether by self-study, perhaps augmented by a tutor to help you over the rough spots, or take a highly rated class? Is your attitude as good as you'd like it to be? If not, is the fix as simple as some mantra you would create and never tell yourself? Would it help to keep reminding yourself of the benefits of an attitude change and the risks of not changing? Or might counseling help? When your career's trajectory is downward, it's tempting to look only for jobs at your current level or even below, but occasionally thinking big, aiming for something upward and exciting can motivate you to make it happen, whether it's in your career or in your outside of work activities. How about for you? Whatever stage you are in your career, might you like to try one or more of this little talk's tips? In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.